Hare Krishna devotees. So today's shloka for the day is shloka number 14. Very important shloka. So we'll recite it a few times. Daivi Shesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mame Vaye Prabhadyante Maya Vetam Tarantite Daivi Hyesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mameva Ye Prabhadyante Maya Vetam Tarantite Daivi Hyesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mameva Ye Prabhadyante Maya Vetam Tarantite. Please recite after me. Daivi Hyesha Gunamayi
Daivi Hesha Gunamayi
Mama Maya Duratyaya
Mama Maya
Maya Duratyaya
Mame Vaye Prabhadyante
Mameva Ye Prabhadyante
Maya Vetam Tarantite
Maya
Vetam Tarantite
Daivi Hyesha Gunamayi
Daivi Hesha Gunamayi
Mama Maya Duratyaya
Mama Maya Duratyaya
Mame Vaye Prabhadyante
Mame Vaye Prabhadyante
Maya Vetam Tarantite
Maya
Vetam Tarantite
Daivi Hyesha Gunamayi
Daivi Gesha Gunamayi
Gunamayi
Mama Maya Duratyaya
Mama Maya Duratyaya
Mame Vaye Prabhadyante
Mame
Mame
Vaye
Vaye Prabhadyante
Prabhadyante
Maya Metam Tarantite
Maya Vetam
Tarantite
Tarantite.
Meaning and translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai
Daivi,
Daivi
transcendental.
Transcendental
He,
He
certainly.
certainly
Esha,
Esha
this.
this
Gunamayi,
Gunamayi,
consisting of the three modes of material nature.
consisting of the
consisting of
three modes of material
material
nature.
nature.
Mama,
Mama
my,
Maya
Maya,
Maya
energy,
Energy,
Durathyaya,
energy Pratyaya
very difficult to overcome.
very
very
difficult to
difficult to
overcome.
overcome.
Mam,
Mom
unto me,
To me,
unto me
Eva,
Eva
certainly,
certainly
Ye,
Ye
those who,
those
who
Prabhadyante,
Prabhadyante
Prabadyante,
surrender,
surrender,
Mayam Etam,
Mayam
Maya
Etam,
Etam
this illusory energy,
this
this
illusory energy,
illusory energy
Taranti,
Taranti,
overcome,
overcome
Te,
they
Te.
they,
Translation.
yeah.
This divine energy of mine,
this divine energy of mine,
consisting of the three modes of material nature,
consisting of three modes of material nature,
is difficult to overcome.
difficult to overcome.
But those who have surrendered unto me
But those who are surrendered unto me
can easily cross beyond it.
can easily cross beyond it.
As I mentioned, this is a very important shloka for us to understand. first thing that the Lord is saying is that this Prakriti is His divine energy. This Prakriti is made up of the three gunas, which is Sattvagun, Rajagun, and Tamogun. This Prakriti is difficult for a Jivatma to overcome. What is difficult? It is difficult to transcend these three gunas. But the Lord is also giving us a sublime solution, a very easy solution to help us. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. So let's look at the deeper meaning of this shloka and also typically the doubts that may arise from this shloka. So Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport that the Lord has innumerable energies, and all the energies of the Lord are divine. Even the Jivatmas, we are also part of His energy, and therefore even we are divine. But when we come in contact with the Lord's material energy, our original power, superior power, Srila Prabhupada explains, is covered up. Covered up means it's not accessible to us. So being covered up by this material energy, we cannot overcome its influence. So both the material nature and the spiritual nature are emanations from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So both material nature and spiritual nature are eternal. The Jivatmas belong to the external superior nature of the Lord. But when this external superior nature comes in contact with the inferior nature, matter, then the Jivatma comes under illusion. So, how is it that the Jivatma who is superior comes under the control of material nature, which is considered inferior energy compared to the Jivatma? Although both energies are divine, both belong to the Lord. So, how can something superior come under the control of something inferior? And Srila Prabhupada beautifully explains, because the material energy is also conducted by the supreme will of the Lord. And therefore the Jivatmas cannot easily overcome it. So inferior material nature is also divine. And due to its divine connection with the Supreme Lord, anything that it does in the form of these three gunas is also operated by the divine will. And Prabhupada gives an understanding of the second statement of Krishna here, where Krishna says that if we surrender to Him, we can easily cross over these three gunas. We can easily transcend these three gunas. The word guna means a rope. So if you can imagine this, Jivatma is tightly bound up in these ropes of these three gunas due to illusion. Well, if you are bound up, how can you free yourself? You can only be freed by another person who is free. Only the free can free up those who are bound. And who are these free personalities? These are the acharyas and the Guru Parampara system. Prabhupada says, because the bound cannot help the bound, the rescuer must be liberated. So the person who rescues you can only rescue you if they themselves are liberated. Therefore, Prabhupada explains, only Lord Krishna or his bona fide representative, the spiritual master, can release the conditioned soul. That without such superior help, one cannot be freed from the bondage of material nature. Therefore, devotional service or performing Krishna consciousness can help one gain such release under the guidance and instructions of a spiritual master. So Prabhupada writes that Krishna, being the Lord, being the master of Prakriti, can simply order Prakriti to release this conditioned Jivatma, because that Jivatma has taken shelter at his lotus feet. So even Prakriti does not release you until the Lord orders her to release you. Therefore, surrender unto the lotus feet of the Lord is the only means to get free from the clutches of material nature. And there is some additional discussion points that I would like to look at. You know, in the Mayavadi philosophy, they say that Maya's conquers even Krishna, and Maya conquers us. The minute we get out from under the clutches of Maya, we will automatically realize our superior nature. So Krishna, they disregard the fact that Krishna has stated repeatedly that Maya is under his control. So even when Krishna enters this cosmos, he does not come under the control of Maya Devi. So Maya is the energy and the Lord is the energetic. So if someone claims that they have defeated Maya, then that would mean they have defeated God. No one can conquer God. Therefore, Maya is also equally invincible, except if you surrender to Guru and Krishna, then the Lord instructs Maya Devi to release that particular Jivatma from that bondage. So it's critical for us to surrender at the lotus feet of the Lord. So another analogy that Prabhupada uses is that, let us say you're visiting your friend's house. There is a large sign that says, "Beware of dog," and there is a big dog barking at you. And even though that is your closest friend, you cannot enter that house as long as that dog is barking at you. So what are you going to do? So you will call up your friend, let him know you're here, or you will call out to him to get his attention. And when the friend comes out, he commands the dog, "Sit down," or "Stay still." And then the friend can come inside the house. So that is the stature of the Supreme Lord. So Maya Devi will always hound you, except when you call out to the Lord. Then the Lord will tell Maya Devi, "Release this Jivatma from your clutches, because this Jivatma belongs to me." So this is what the Lord means, that when you surrender to him, it's easy to conquer Maya. But in reality, you don't conquer Maya. It's just the Lord instructing Maya Devi not to trouble you anymore. Therefore, the Lord says, for a devotee, they have to learn to be tolerant and patient. Many things may happen in life. But we should not forget that we are under the protection of the Supreme Lord and the protection of the Guru Parampara.